Those darn aliens! Amy Adams was about to give a lesson on the Portuguese language! Arrival is directed by Denis Villeneuve, written by Eric Eiserer, and stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and Forest Whitaker. And so ships arrive on the Earth, they're pretty close to the ground, and this linguistics professor, played by Amy Adams, is recruited by the army to try and translate their communications to see why are they here and what do they want from the Earth. I'm a huge fan of Denis Villeneuve. All his movies have been my favorites of the year, somewhere in the top 10 for the past few years that he has directed movies, and this one is another great one. He directs this movie very meticulously. He has great shots in this movie, both analyzing the big spectacle that is happening in front of our eyes, but at the same time, subtly showing us a very small personal story and showing us character arcs that are so very subtly and so very expertly put on screen. I love the way he tells this story. This is such a personal story to these characters and a very intelligent movie. This is going to be one of those movies that makes you think a lot. This is not going to be a movie that you just watch and like it or don't like it simply. This is going to be a movie that requires repeated viewing. I can't wait to watch this movie again and get things that I didn't get on my first viewing, because this movie analyzes humanity to a level, and especially now, my friends, this movie came out on the right day and you should totally watch it, because this movie tells a lot about humanity and our way of reacting to things. An action creates an equal or bigger reaction, and this should be the message to us all right now. Amy Adams is simply fantastic in this movie. She is totally going for the Oscar, not only because of her performance, but because she is clearly the star of this movie. Forest Whitaker and Jeremy Renner, both of them are very good in this movie, but they are clearly the supporting characters for Amy Adams' front-run performance. And I do think she deserves the nomination for Best Actress. Haven't seen all the movies in 2016? We still got Nocturnal Animals for another Amy Adams performance, but right here, she totally deserves it for this one. Her character is so fragile, she is so vulnerable, but there's a big strength to her inside. Her story is so compelling and so great to watch unfold on screen and being visually and mentally analyzed. Her psychology is so well transported to the screen through the character and through the writing of this movie. I love the evolution, her progression. I love where the character began. I love where the character ended. Let's talk about Bradford Young, because he is the cinematographer of this movie and he's going to be the cinematographer on the young Han Solo movie. He made this movie look amazing. Denis Villeneuve is used to work with Roger Deakins in all his movies, and he's going to work with him again on Blade Runner 2049. But in this movie, Bradford Young, such a young talent and such a promising one. Every single shot in this movie looks amazing. I am not kidding. From the colors to the darkness, which is something that Denis Villeneuve does a lot with the cinematographers, is making the characters look dark because they are very relatable and they could be anyone of us, and I like that in every single one of Denis Villeneuve's movies, and Bradford Young is another great collaboration that Denis Villeneuve created. There are lots of moments where this movie shows big wide shots of the ships and of the world and how the world is reacting, the army on Russia, the army on China, but this movie always feels like a very small personal story, and it is based on a short story, and it was originally going to share the name of the short story, Story of Your Life, which I think they did a very good job in changing the name. But when it comes to aliens and alien invasions, this is probably the most intelligent, smart, and realistic movie I've seen dealing with that subject, because this is one of those movies where if aliens were to invade the Earth, this is probably not only the smartest way to react, but probably the way we would react, or at least Some of us. We are trying to understand them. We want to know what they want. Should we go straight ahead to war? No, let's see what they want. Let's see if they are intelligent creatures. Why are they here? Why were we the chosen planet for them to come to? And what do they want from us? Because these aliens just show up out of nowhere. They don't attack, they don't do anything. They are just there waiting for us to come to them, and this is the best reaction I've seen of characters dealing with aliens coming to Earth out of nowhere. I'm not going to tell you how the aliens look. I'm going to say I love the little intricate designs that they had because they look like something from a human. I'm not going to say what, and no, it is not a penis. And I love the interactions of the humans and the aliens. The analysis of their language seems so realistic. I love that aspect, and I have never seen such realism in an alien invasion movie. And they deal with it in a very serious way, and they are not too serious about it. You relate to these characters and what they are doing because we probably would react this way. Honestly, my one gripe with this movie is that it explains a lot of things really well, but leaves some other things not so very well explained. And I wish I could have seen a little bit more from other characters, even though we understand all their points of view, but those are honestly my only gripes with this movie. Denis Villeneuve once again crafts a very intelligent, cerebral story that analyzes both our reaction to something that happens, our way as human beings of thinking, acting upon a possible threat or a possible non-threat. I love the script for this movie. The cinematography is beautiful. It is one of Amy Adams' best performances. I will say that Arrival is definitely an amazeballs rating. What did you think of Arrival, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? What is your favorite Denis Villeneuve movie? And are you looking forward to him doing Blade Runner 2049? And now for a very quick special message. My beautiful geekies, those of you who are from America, stand tall. Don't give up. This is your time to unite and to rise and fight whatever adversities will come up now. Stay strong. We are with you if you fight the bigotry, the hate, the racism, the sexism, everything. As far as you fight, we will fight alongside with you however we can. Let me know your answers to the questions I asked in the comments below, as well as your answers for the Fantastic Moana Q&A. Just hashtag Fantastic Moana Q&A and ask me how many questions you want about anything you want. Ask me anything in the comments below and I will give you those answers, and of course, a giveaway. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. Stay strong, stay beautiful, stay geeky. Yeah!